Relegation-threatened Middlesex took control of their clash with second-place Lancashire on a lively Day 1 pitch at Lord's. It only took Lancashire 8 balls to make their first breakthrough of the day against an out-of-nick Middlesex. Compton, the victim of McLaren, for naught. McLaren then picked up his second scalp of the morning with only 11 runs on the board, Robson edging a swinging delivery behind for just 6. Middlesex now 11 for 2. It went from bad to worst for the hosts shortly afterwards. Eshkenazi, the new man in, but he was squared up by a Bailey delivery, departing for just 7 on a very lively pitch. And an absolute horror of a morning for the home side continued when next man in Milan was caught behind off Bailey's bowling for just 12, last year's champions an alarming 28 for 4. Despite the early madness in breezy conditions, Middlesex settled down and took the sting out of the visitors' attack in the second half of the session. With Captain Voges alongside Simpson, the pair reached the interval without further loss, the score 80 for 4, but plenty more work to do. Shortly after the restart, the home side lost another important wicket. Bailey used the slope to perfection to pin skipper Voges in front, leaving Middlesex 5 down. And things then continued to go downhill for the hosts, Harris only managing 1 before McLaren castled him. The home score was still less than 100, and Lancashire knew that they were in an excellent position even before the 7th wicket fell, and it did so in spectacular fashion. Simpson top edging one, Davis with some brilliant work behind the stumps. Middlesex were looking devoid of confidence after their demoralising washout at Uxbridge last week, but new man in, Roland-Jones, looked to have other ideas. He looked to be staging something of a comeback after some promising displays for England, and alongside Rayner, he reached his half-century. The pair had only just reached their 100th partnership when it was broken. Roland-Jones perhaps unlucky to be given out LBW to Jarvis. Finn, the Watford wall, was next in, but it wasn't long before he was back in the pavilion, trapped in front for 8 off Bailey, who by this point had 5 wickets. With just 1 wicket remaining, Rayner went on the offensive, and he reached his half-century after crashing McLaren to the ropes. He finished the innings not out on 52 after Murtaugh's cameo came to an end on 19. Middlesex 233 all out at tea. After tea, the Lancashire reply got underway, and it had a terrible start for England hopeful Hamid as he fell leg before to Roland-Jones for just 3. Next ball and his fellow opener Davis followed him back to the pavilion courtesy of Murtaugh. The score 22 for 2. Murtaugh was at it again in the 12th over, producing a Jaffa to get rid of Villas for just 5. Lancashire would have been hoping for more of the form that saw them only just miss out on the championship last week, but instead Livingston holed out to point off Finn for just 16. This brought the experienced old head of Chanderpaul to the crease, and he looked in good nick, racing out of the blocks before Roland-Jones had him caught on 29 just before the close. Croft and McLaren saw the visitors get to stumps on 113 for 5, and they'll be hoping they can protect a creaking middle order from collapsing early on day 2.